Hi everybody, Dacob here. Welcome back to the Fashion Bunker. Today is a great video. We will compare and review and give final verdicts on the most treasured and beautiful bath products of number 5. So we're going to see Fragment d'Eau Sparkling Body Gel. Then we're going to see the body oil, the dry body oil. Then we're going to see the foaming bath. Le Bain Moussant, really difficult to pronounce. The bath gel. We're going to go on to the hair mist. And we're also going to talk about the Chanel No. 5 soap, the body soap, or, well, skin soap, body soap, which I keep in this little white neutral tray. This is our range. This is what I'm going to be talking about today. So I'm not going to touch base on the body cream, the body lotion, the deodorant, the body powder. The body powder as of now is discontinued, so it's not available in the official range from Chanel, but the body cream and body lotions, as well as the L'Eau No. 5 shower gel and L'Eau No. 5 body lotion, as well as L'Eau No. 5 body spray are available, but we're testing these here. I'm not testing, I'm just giving a verdict. Now, be sure to check the link to each and every one of these. I'm not so sure if I ever in particular, I know I didn't review the hair mist on its own just yet. I might make a video on that as well if you guys want me to. So let me know in the comment section down below if you want to have a more in-depth review of the hair mist of number 5. But you can check the links in the description box under this video that will guide you to the sparkling body gel. Let's put a card up here to that right away as well. I'm going to put cards sprinkled throughout the video for the other products as well. You could check out the link to this one down there, as well as, you know the gist. Okay, so I have to say, let's begin with the soap, because the soap is the most immediate. What does this mean? This means that this particular soap here, once you open it, you take it out of its box, its smell is so amazing. I've been using it every day, so it gets smaller and smaller. It starts cracking after a certain period of time because it does dry out, even though you keep using it. Let me put this light down so you can see. You can see the cracking. So if you start using the soap and you just let it out, and you want to use it sparingly, and you're thinking that you want to protect it for whatever reason, you want to, save it, you don't want to use it too much because it did cost a lot, I wouldn't do that, because it will dry out completely. You're going to get these cracks throughout the whole soap. Just keep using it. It lives when it's used, when it gets wet from time to time. I mean, that's how the soap lives. Okay, I touched it on my hand. It smells so intense. I love it. It's very buttery smelling, but also very, very powdery. Now, this one, I have to admit, for my skin, I do have mixed skin. I have a very oily face, but I do have also dry parts on my body, like in my elbow area, knee area, super dry. On my back, I'm quite oily though. So what I want to say is this one for the body, and I have tried it, it dries you up very much. It's not so good. Not so good for the body. I have to say, this one does not work for me showering. I do have it in the shower, and when I do use it, it's literally for the hands or for my back, for the upper back area where I'm very oily. The rest of the body, this does not touch because it dries you up like crazy. However, having it open and just washing your hands with it when you come home or whatever is amazing. For that, it's good. It does, if you overwash your hands, it could dry your hands as well. So you're going to need a lotion to counter the effect of this really sucking off all the oil off of you. But the smell of this is the plus side. Your bathroom, when this is in it, will always smell of the most incredible, clean, soft, delicate smell. It's just the best of number 5. Also, you could just open it, leave it in the foil, and just put it in your wardrobe if you don't want to use it. But just leave it in the wardrobe. It's going to make everything, all your clothes smell divinely. So it's an interesting product if you never use it, if you never put it in touch with water, and out of the box, you leave it in the foil and you put it in your wardrobe, then for many, many years, I have a couple of Chanel soaps in my wardrobe that are over 10, 15 years there. They still smell like new, and all the clothes smell divine. So that's an option. You can That's definitely a worthy investment if you're going to put it in the wardrobe. It's also a very worthy investment if you want your bathroom to smell really good, but not really for the body, just for the hands. So that's the soap. That's the verdict on the soap. So when I do take a if I take a shower, when I do take a shower, now check out in the card section up here, the link to this one in particular, the bath gel. The bath gel is an immediate, quick, clean, refreshing way to wash yourself. It leaves you super squeaky clean. It doesn't take off too much of the fat of your own body, so it does not have a negative effect on you in terms of drying you out completely. This one dries you out a bit more. But the funny thing is, the foaming bath is much thicker and oilier on the skin. Mind you, I don't like to take baths, I shower. I use both of these to shower. It was a bit of an ordeal to figure out which one to purchase, and at the end of the day I thought, well, I love Chanel so much and I talk about Chanel so much, I might as well get both, compare them, and make a video so that other people in the future don't have that issue of having to, I don't know, you know, struggle between deciding, figuring out what. I mean, for now, this one is discontinued, but it'll be back. And when it's back, you're going to have both. And then you're going to be like, okay, what to do? And the sales associates, I have to say, weren't that helpful because they don't use these products really. Unless you're lucky and you encounter one that does use them and then they tell you immediately, ah, this is good for that, this is good for that. But all the people I encountered don't really know. They don't use them, you know. And then it's just like, they just read the instructions. Oh, okay, foaming bath gel. Okay, they're both for the bath. This one will foam more than this one. I'm like, yeah, I can read myself, but have you had experience with them? Everybody says no. Well, guess what? Super D had experience with both of them. And I can tell you that this one does create more foam if you really rub it in. As I said, I shower with both of them. This one is a bit more interesting to use in the shower because it has a more oily, dense consistency. So you really have the feeling it's nourishing you a bit more than, even though they're both highly perfumed products, there's nothing nourishing about them. They're just a luxurious, beautiful smell. Let's be clear about that. There's no nutritional property for the skin in here. Not that I know of, honestly. It's more like a luxurious, it's more for the soul than actually for the health of our body. Because if we're going to do it for the health of our body, we would probably be using some totally natural product, nothing chemical like this. So once we have that out of the way, we know that we're dealing here with smells rather than nutritional properties for the skin. However, because this one has a more oily consistency, it feels better on the skin. But long term, it could dry you out a little. So it's a bit tricky. This one doesn't dry you out as much, but because it's a gel and not oily, it kind of washes off sooner. It leaves a lighter scented trace on the skin that doesn't last as long as this one does. So my verdict for showering would be the foaming bath if you want to go for that. Also, the smell of this one is a little bit more aldehydic, a little bit more old school Chanel, more 80s tendant, and this is more low tendant. So I would recommend this one if you want a more intense experience, even though they're both very light. We're talking about shower gels here, guys. We're not talking about pure perfumes. Anyway, this one will leave you a bit more scented. This one will leave you a little bit less scented. This one will leave you smelling like a more modern version of No. 5. This one will leave you smelling like a more old school vibe of Chanel No. 5. I do recommend both though, but I like this one more, for me personally. Moving on. Now, after I'm done showering and I've dried myself, then I go for the body oil. I love this body oil. This is still in the picture. Okay. I love this body oil. It's amazing. However, Chanel, are you listening? It's a mess to deal with because this oil, this sprayer, you have to spray it on. It literally, even now, it keeps like kind of you see that there's like residue here. I have to put it on my skin. It's just all over the place. It's really hard to use. It's very high maintenance. The best is you spray it on in the bathtub, like after you, and because I have oily skin in general, but for the dry part, my skin where it's dry, this is great for that. But I don't want to get it in my hair because my hair gets oily very quickly. So I have to dry my hair first, then I go back into the bathtub and then I spray this on my body and I rub it in. Because, why do I go back to the bathtub? Because when you spray this out, it just sprays all over the place and you can't, either you spray it like this close to the skin, a lot of little spritzes really fast, but if you're like at a distance, because it's very heavy, the oil, it's just going to fall all over the floor, all over the place. It's going to be everywhere. It's so messy, so messy. But the counter side to that is that of all of these body products, this is the one that smells the best. This one is so delicious. There is no struggling through opening notes and waiting to get to the dry down. This one is like literally spraying on your body the best of dry downs of number 5. Powdery, creamy, delicious ylang-ylang softness. It's just, and May Rose. It's just, and jasmine. Oh my gosh. This one is just so good. It's just that good. So to me, it's worth that work. And I see it as a sort of a ritual. I know, you know, I calculated, I put it in my bath routine. Yes, I'm going to dry my hair, do my face, everything, and then again, you know, get naked and go back to the bathtub and rub this oil on the parts of the body that are more dry. And then I get dressed after that. It's just the way I found this one works the best in terms of just getting ready and being able to enjoy the product and not having the product mess up my entire bath or make me, even worse, slip on the oil that's all over the floor. You know, that's also dangerous if you're barefoot in your own bathroom and if you got tiles like I do. Now, here, after that, on some parts of the body, I would use the Sparkling Body Gel. Now, this is an amazing product. It does leave glitter all over the place, these like little sparkly, pebbly. I mean, it's a gel. It's like slime, you see. I mean, it's amazing. I just love it. I see this more as a toy than as an actual beauty product because these gold speckles, they kind of like fall off your body and then they're all over your clothes. They fall all over the floor as this gel dries on your skin. I don't mind it at all because they're super tiny and they're super... It's literally like having like golden dust follow you as you walk. I think it's just fabulous. It's super decadent though. It doesn't stain the clothes. It has a very alcoholic gel consistency. So when you first put it on, it's going to smell not so good. And you're going to have that patience and wait for half an hour until it settles in, until it develops. This one really goes through the stages. Unlike the oil, which immediately hits dry down the second you spray it on, here you're going to have top notes, mid notes, and then the dry down. You got to wait for that dry down. When the dry down kicks in, you fall in love. That's the most deep, powdery, irisy smell that Chanel 5 can deliver. It's right in here. But you got to go through that alcohol gelatinous consistency. It doesn't nourish the skin. It actually has a tendency of drying it out. The funny thing is, though, I've noticed, it does dry me out, but it leaves the skin really soft. That's bizarre. I mean, the alcohol in here is not good for your skin, really. So I don't get it. I mean, mind you, the places where I put the oil, I don't put the gel. I don't mix the two. I don't think they go well together. So I don't think they like each other also as chemical components. So I'm going to do this on the elbow, on the knees, on my back area a little bit, not the top back, more lower back, if you know what I mean. And this one would go more, I don't know, chest area, more the front of the arms, the rest of the legs, the belly area. That's kind of a fun place to play with this one. But not on the dry sections where I put the oil. This one can dry you out though, because it has that alcohol. And you smell that alcohol. And it's almost like a cooling in the beginning. It's almost like cold to the touch. So I recommend this one. And this one is just out for the holiday season. Let me just get a little bit of it so I can show you. A little bit. It's like all or nothing. It's like ketchup, you see. I mean, it either comes out in a lot or it doesn't come out at all. Yeah, it's a very cooling, alcohol-y kind of, it's a gel with alcohol in it. It doesn't nourish you. If you really want something nourishing, you got to go for the actual body lotion or the actual rich cream, you know, the body cream. This is fun. And you should definitely try it out if you're going to do holiday fun. I mean, it's 250 ml. It's the biggest bottle that they have of all of their beauty products. So 250 ml. This one is 200 ml. And they don't go bigger than, I mean, these are the only sizes available. These are also 200 ml, but they're in plastic. Because, you know, which is at the end of the day okay, because you're in the shower cabin or bath and you don't want a glass bottle to fall on you by accident and hurt yourself. Plastic, I guess, is better because of that. But so this one will leave gold everywhere. This one does have that alcohol. It takes a little bit of time until it hits the delicious dry down. Is it worth all that effort? Yes, it is, because it's Chanel. And I mean, Chanel is always connected to drama with me, literally, whether it be clothes, whether it be accessories, bags, beauty products. There's always some drama connected to Chanel. because this one only comes out once a year and not every year probably, you never know how long they're going to keep this in assortment. Yes, it's like hunting down a lingot of Chanel gold. It is worth it to me. It's under $100. I mean, depending which country you're from, and depending if you have like state taxes adding up to it, but it's around $100 for 200 ml. Definitely worth it for me. But hey, it's a luxury product. Like this one has really, it's like a luxury toy. This has absolutely no other purpose rather than to delight you with its glittery opulence and magical smell in the dry down. That's what it is. Now let's get to this particular little product, the hair mist, which only comes in 40 ml. I have the gold glitter all over myself. Okay, and now, I mean, for what, you know what? Honestly, it's like a really, really toned down eau de toilette. It's still intense enough that you could actually use this as a perfume. And this is where I say, you know, if you're on a budget and you want a Chanel fragrance that's more like old school 20s eau de toilette version Chanel, you gotta go for the hair mist. Because, I mean, it's not going to be as intense as the eau de toilette, but you know, it's not going to last as long as the eau de toilette. Not that the eau de toilette lasts too long in its current formulation on the skin anyway, but there's a lot more alcohol in here. So what I want to say is, yes, you could put it in the hair. Does it dry out? If your hair is dry already, this will dry it out even more. It's alcohol. What do you expect? Alcohol just dries stuff out. So if you have like crispy dried hair, if your hair is bleached and you don't have a toner, if you don't have any protection shield on top of that bleached hair, don't use this because alcohol is just going to dry it out even more. It's just going to make it worse. If you have healthy hair, not bleached, not colored, not bleached. I mean, you could color without bleach, but you know what I mean. If your hair is not bleached, if it's not broken, if it's not damaged, then you can use this. Otherwise, be wary of it. And if you want a cheap, nothing Chanel is cheap, but if you want a cheaper Chanel perfume option for 40 ml, you could kind of use this as a fragrance. You definitely could. I mean, let me spray it. Let's see. Yeah, definitely. You could definitely use it as a perfume. It's like a super, super, super hyper light eau de toilette. Why not, I say? Why not? Especially in summer months when it's really hot and cloying outside. This one can be super playful for the skin. Just as like a whole body mist, you could use it. And I love the little 40 ml bottles. They're just so perfect for, you know, on the go. You could just put them in your bag. And I do use this in my hair a lot. Usually the back of my head rather than the front. I don't know why, but I have the feeling it works best if I spray, like if I lift my hair in the back, I spray it a little bit on the scalp and then on the hair as well. And then as you move, now that my hair is longer, I mean, sometimes I have shorter hair, but now that my hair is longer, it works wonders like that. I could just get wafts of it as I move and it's windy. I just love smelling my hair because now it's long enough I can actually put it to my nose and smell it. And I love to smell this on my hair. Quick note or quick side note, what I also like, I'm not a big fan of Allure. The actual Allure, eau de toilette, eau de parfum, the pure parfum, but I do love the Allure hair mist, and I do have it. It's also in like a, I don't know if it's in a 35 or a 40 ml glass bottle, also like a frosted glass. Wow, I love Allure, the hair mist. So that's also something you consider trying. It's really worth it, definitely. It's the best version of Allure that I've smelled. It's just, I don't know. It has a certain softness that I expect from Allure, and it's in the hair mist. So that was just a side bonus note. There you have it. That's my number 5 body rituals, you know, and let's line them up one last time. I have to say, you choose your friends and you choose your enemies in a way. So what I want to say is enemy for the body, friend for the hands, friend for the smell of the bathroom and the wardrobe. Enemy of dry skin because it has alcoholic texture, but a super friend of people who are kids at heart like I am, who see this as a playful, slimy toy, because this gel is a bit slimy, and who loves glitter. This is the best thing ever. Beautiful, powdery, dry down. This one is amazing for the body, not so good for the tiles of the bathroom, because if you spray it out too far away from the body, it will make everything wet. So this one works if you have dry skin. It is a dry oil, so it's going to absorb soon, and it's not going to the touch, it's not going to stay oily. Of these two, if you're very susceptible to smells, you still like number 5, but you don't want it to be too strong, go for the bath gel because it's a much lighter texture and it also washes off quicker. This one is a harsher experience, it's not a harsh experience, it's a more intense version of an 80s smell of Chanel number 5, and they're fine for bath and shower, both of them, quite frankly, even though they both say bath. I think they say bath just because somebody in the luxury industry believes that bath sounds more luxurious than shower. Because I guess luxury is time, so you need more time to take a bath, and showers are quicker, so hence less luxurious and more tacky. Well, I'm tacky. I love baths. I love showers, sorry. And then the hair mist, as I said, really good alternative to a cheaper version eau de toilette. You could wear this as a perfume, and you could also put it on hair. Do not use it on crispy hair and bleached hair. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you liked this comparison tips video on Chanel number 5 beauty products, the ones that I use at least, and thumb up this video if you liked it. And yeah, if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel here on YouTube. I'm also on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, superdacob, all spelled together. And thank you so much to my patrons who have pledged on Patreon. There you get to see videos that are either not available on YouTube or that come there before they hit YouTube, all ad-free. Thank you guys so much for watching. Till I see you next time, don't ever forget to never give up on love. Love you all. See you soon. Take care. Bye.